Hey everyone, we're live at the Federalist pre-show for the DNC, night 3 now. It's Wednesday night. This is really the biggest night so far, of the DNC, because the speaker list, you have Barack Obama, you have Hillary Clinton, and finally we have the VP candidate herself, Kamala Harris, speaking tonight. Now, so far, if you've been watching the DNC, the ratings took a big hit after the first night. They're terrible compared with 2016, and it's a pandemic. People are at home. But if you are still watching, if you have been watching, you've probably seen the Democratic Party go hard on patriotism. They let Bill Clinton back on the stage. They gave him a bunch more speaking time than they gave Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, much to the chagrin of some of the activists on the left and in the party. And then they've put people like Linda Sarsour on the streams during the day that absolutely nobody except for journalists are watching. So what they've done is put forward this facade of patriotism and whatever else. And remember, this is a facade because when President Trump gave a speech at Mount Rushmore on July 3rd, the official Democratic Party Twitter account said that it insinuated it had something to do with preserving white supremacy. So remember that this is something they can only get away with because there's nobody in the audience. And I think that's an important way to watch it. I think it's been an important way to watch it all week. And I think it'll continue to be an important thing to watch going forward tonight is what are they saying that they wouldn't have been able to get away with in front of a live audience that would have gotten booed, that would have been, Susan Sarandon shaking her head in disbelief in the audience. They don't have that. And a few months ago, we kind of expected this to almost be like 1968 in Chicago. And of course, because of the pandemic, it's nothing like that. But that also is what has enabled the Democratic Party to be as targeted at those sort of Rust Belt, working class, Obama-Trump voters. We've seen ads with the DNC, not even ads, just these really overproduced, well-produced videos that included people talking about how they voted for Trump and they regret it. I think given that this is the demographic the convention really seems to be laser targeted to, giving Bill Clinton more speaking time than AOC is a great example of that. And giving Bill Clinton speaking time at all, because in 2016, Bill Clinton was the one that was saying, we need to have a better message for the white working class. We're maybe not latching on like we should. That's why they gave Bill Clinton a speaking slot. So going forward tonight, I think it's going to be really interesting to listen to Barack Obama. Reportedly, he's planning a quote, blistering speech against Trump. I feel like everything he's ever said about Donald Trump has been blistering, but this is supposed to be like a really hard-hitting speech against Donald Trump. But I'm curious to see if he continues with the theme of the convention to do it in a way that is a straight appeal to those people who voted for Barack Obama and voted for Donald Trump. There's actually a lot of cases of these documented in Selena Zito and Brad Todd's book, people who voted for Obama and then turned around in 2016 and voted for Donald Trump. So I'm curious as to the speech that President Obama gives tonight. It can be blistering against Trump, but is it also going to sort of be that bid for those people in the Rust Belt who are feeling disenfranchised and who are disenchanted with the political establishment and are looking for a change to the status quo? How is Barack Obama going to sell Joe Biden to them, somebody who's a career politician? Very interesting. I think it's also interesting that his speech is going to be focused on Trump because Barack Obama, another thing the DNC has been doing is really pumping up Joe Biden's character, saying this is a great man. They've been emphasizing his character as much as his policy, really. So what's will be interesting to see is if Obama comes in and talks up Joe Biden as a person, or if he's really focused on Donald Trump. And Kamala Harris is somebody who wanted to play so hard to that far left base. She came out and endorsed Medicare for All, the bill, when Bernie Sanders was introducing it in the Senate, and then waffled on it in the primary because she knew she wanted to win the primary, but then she was going to have to go to a general election. So which Kamala Harris are we going to see tonight? Because there are two Kamala Harrises. Of course, the one real Kamala Harris is somebody who doesn't really seem to believe much at all. But which Kamala Harris are we going to see tonight? And feel free, by the way, to leave your questions in the chat feature or comments. Happy to talk about anything that you put over there. But but which Kamala Harris are we going to see tonight? Are we going to see the Kamala Harris who's a centrist in the way that this convention has wanted the party to look like it's something that, where people can still say the Pledge of Allegiance and sing the national anthem without having to sort of wring their hands and worry about backing white supremacy? What are we going to see from Kamala Harris? Is she going to be far left? Is she going to continue with this theme of patriotism and national unity? She comes from an immigrant background. Are we going to hear her talk about that? Now, to contextualize all of this, I think it's important to note that not a lot of people are watching. This is a political convention unlike any other. It doesn't have the excitement of a live crowd. It'll be really interesting to see if the Republican Party changes that for their own convention next week and comes up with some sort of way to have a live audience. David Marcus wrote about that on our website today, that they just need a live crowd no matter what. So it'll be interesting to see if the RNC adapts that. So it's going to be one of those things where not a lot of people watching, contextualizing this in a broader sense. We just have to think that what they're going for right now are the baby boomers who tune in to a political convention on a weeknight. There aren't going to be a lot of people who are undecided, but in terms of the headlines they want to make and the kind of programming they do want those people to see, it's going to be something that's aimed at, that Rust Belt voter, and not something that's aimed at the Bernie Sanders voter so much. They have to do that without alienating the Bernie Sanders voters. I don't know that there are a lot of sort of millennials, people my age, who are attracted to sort of the ultra-progressive wing that are watching. By the way, Elizabeth Warren is speaking tonight. Can't wait for that. I'm fascinated to see what Elizabeth Warren, who spoke at the Native American Caucus meeting, by the way, just yesterday at the DNC. Hilarious. I don't know whose idea that was, but the image of it was amazing. So we'll just have to see how some of these far left figures, Kamala Harris, Elizabeth Warren, Barack Obama himself, who he may have governed in a way that left hard leftists unhappy, and he's like Kamala Harris in the sense that he's kind of a neoliberal corporatist with cultural leftism baked in. So it'll be really interesting to see how these people package the message of the DNC, which so far has been, we need to unite, we need to rally together. Will Barack Obama go back to his 2004 DNC state? There's no red America or blue America. I don't know. We'll have to tune in and watch. But it'll be really interesting to see what this particular... Oh, Hillary Clinton, by the way, is speaking tonight, who has never been able to get the taste of sour grapes out of her mouth from 2016. So I'm just really fascinated to see how some of these people package the message that the DNC has been pushing really hard so far, given their records. The show starts in about 5 minutes. If you're not tuning in, God bless you. You're going to have a much better night. If you are, stay tuned to the Federalist. We'll continue to have coverage for you here. Thank you so much for watching.